I just want to be skinny already. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited for today's video because I'm going to be doing a series that I used to do like so many years ago, and it was called the Weekly Strip Down, and I'm not going to call it that anymore, but basically it's where I used to talk to the camera or to you guys for 10 minutes, unedited, uncut, nothing. I just would like click record and then I would just start yapping. I am probably gonna edit this intro because I'm trying to get myself together, and I've tried filming it like 5 times now, and I'm over it, but I do want to do the video still. Thanks to ChatGPT, I'm probably gonna call it TN10 or the TN10, something like that, and that'll be the new title for this series where I just talk to you guys for 10 minutes, unedited, uncut, just about random things. Back then, I feel like I used to do a lot of random, just like talking about life stuff. I want to do a little bit more like topic focused videos, so that's what this is going to be and what they'll be in the future. I'm sure I will have ones though where I'm literally just yapping for like 10 minutes. And you know what? Put me on in the background while you're doing your makeup or while you're doing your hair or while you're getting ready in the morning. So I'm just gonna get started because my other intros that I tried to film were just way too long. So I'm just gonna get into it. I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes and then we'll start talking about what I want to talk about. I was gonna do like a life update one, but I feel like I've been posting regularly where nothing like new has changed in the past like few weeks of me uploading consistently. So maybe I'll do like a life update one in a few weeks or something like that. I also don't know if I'm gonna do these every week. I want to, but we'll see like if I run out of things to talk about, because that might happen. Who knows? Anyways, let's get started. 10 minutes. We're gonna press start. Okay, so timer's going. Today I wanted to talk about weight loss and my weight loss journey. Not specifically the journey part because it's honestly like a long story, but I want to talk specifically about how hard it is to lose weight, because it's honestly something that I'm struggling with like today, this week, this past few weeks, most of my life. But again, that's like a longer story than what I have time for. But also, if you hear my chair, like when I move, like it like makes sounds. I don't know why. Anyways, I have been like overweight for most of my life, and more recently, I'm not even gonna go into like all that stuff like back then, which is why I said I can talk about like my actual like full weight loss journey like in another video, but this is just mostly like my frustrations now and kind of like what it is now. But I really started to like focus in on losing weight like July, August of last year, but in that time frame I've lost 30 pounds, which yay, claps for me. I'm super proud of myself. Never really thought I would get that far. I think the most I'd ever lost in my like adult life of trying to lose weight was like 20 pounds, and then I gained that back. And then I started dating Michael, and then I gained even more, because that's what happens when you get into a new relationship. But we're like 2 years in now, and I'm like, okay, we gotta like get it together, which is what I have been doing. But I have been, see, I'm already losing my train of thought, and I like can't even collect my thoughts because I feel like the whole 10 minutes I have to talk. But I was getting serious about it in like July, August of last year, and then I was really good for a couple months, and then I went to Vegas for my anniversary, and then from like November up until like end of January, I wasn't really like counting my calories or doing really too good in like the weight loss. Like I maintained the weight for sure. I think I only gained like 2 or 3 pounds in that 3-month period, which I think is really good. But it was my anniversary, and then it was my birthday, and then it was Christmas, and then I went to Mexico. And so a lot of stuff just happened, and I wasn't really focused on the weight loss, but I didn't gain. So that's what's important. And then from like, I think end of January or like sometime in February, up until like March, mid-March, late March, something like that, I was doing pretty good about counting calories, and I was losing weight again. And that's when I officially hit like the 30 pound mark of losing weight, which is really great. But honestly, like pretty much all of April, I've just kind of been in like a rut. Like if you've lost weight or you're currently trying to lose weight, it is so difficult. Like to always be counting your calories, to always be conscious, and like I feel like I've done things kind of slightly unconventionally because I count my calories during the week pretty strictly, and I try to be like under my deficit, because on the weekends when I'm with Michael, I do like to eat out and I do like to treat myself. I don't go like batshit crazy or anything like that, but we do eat out, you know, and I feel like that did work a lot better for me like early on in my journey, because I had more calories to work with. But of course, like, I'm small, you guys. I'm 5 foot, and like, I think according to like the BMI, or just even like what all the charts and things say, like, if you're 5 foot tall, you should be like around 110 pounds, like max. I will never be 110 pounds. I don't ever see myself being that small. But you know, I'm little, so then, and like, I don't work out, which is a whole other thing that I'll talk about in a few minutes, but I don't have a lot of calories really to work with. And so I think originally when I first started losing weight, it was like, I think it was like 16 or something. I think it was like 15 or 1600, and now I get, because I use the Lose It app, I get 1400. So 1463, which is not a lot, but like, I noticed it one day and I was like, oh my god, my calories like that I'm allowed to eat went down. And I'm like, that's so sad, because I feel like I was in a good groove, but then I got out of the groove, and then when I'm like trying to get back in it and do it like things the way that I used to, they weren't working. So that was like frustrating, and that's kind of where I'm at now. And it is like self-discipline, and I need to just be really like, just be better on the weekends, and not saying that I can't eat out, because for me, honestly, like, I've lost 30 pounds in, what is that, August, really like September, because I feel like, and I didn't, most of July I wasn't really counting, so like, let's see, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. In like 9 months I've lost 30 pounds, which is not like a lot, because I feel like you're just so used to seeing people, and that's another thing, is that you like compare yourself to people that you see on the internet and things like that, and like, they lose weight and they're losing like 10 pounds in a month, which is insane. So like, in 9 months I lost 30 pounds. It's about 3.3 pounds a month, which are roughly about a pound a week, which is so sustainable. Like, that is, and that's considering like 5 months or 4 months out of that 9 months I was not counting strictly. So I feel like that's still really good, and I'm at a good point right now where I know that like, the changes that I'm making and the changes that I've made are gonna stick with me. Like I feel like I'm always, which also is just another toxic thing in itself, but I'm always gonna be conscious of the calories that I'm eating, but that kind of benefits me in the sense of like, am I gonna eat this because it's worth it? Because I have been such a big thing. Like, my thing now is, if I take a bite of something and I don't like it, I'm not finishing it. I'm sorry. I don't care if I paid for it. I'm not finishing it, because it's not good and I don't want to eat it because of calories. And I have 3 minutes left. Time goes by so quick. So I'm struggling, I think, because I know I need to be more strict on the weekends, but it's hard because I want to live my life how I want to live it and eat what I want to eat. And of course, you can eat what you want to eat and lose weight. That is literally how it works. You just have to eat everything in moderation. So I think I just need to like cut back on like eating out on the weekends and really just try to focus. Because before, definitely for sure, when I first started losing weight, I made more of like a conscious effort on the weekends when I was eating out with Michael to really focus on eating more protein and not like very carb heavy things, and like get a veggie and like focus more on that stuff and not like the bad stuff. But I feel like the past like few weeks, past few months, I've kind of like been like, it's the weekend, I can eat whatever I want because I've been good during the week. But I feel like it's really like catching up, and especially because like now that I'm losing weight and my calorie like amount is lowering, the calories I'm eating on the weekend is not changing. So I'm kind of like where I'll be like at like a maintenance level with my calories and not like a deficit, which is what you need to be able to lose weight. So it's just frustrating also because like I feel like some weeks I do good and then I look at the scale and it's like I'm not going down. But I also know it to, like, I have to tell myself like, girl, you haven't been really strict in counting calories, so what do you expect? It's just frustrating because it's like so hard to lose weight. Like, I just want to be skinny already, and I'm trying to not get upset with myself, but it's hard. because I'm here one day where like I'm like mad at myself because I'm not losing weight, but then another part of myself is like, okay, I'm building like very like sustainable habits where like I feel like I am making better choices. I am eating like at home way more than I ever was. I'm cooking my meals. I'm eating, you know, more balanced meals, and I'm doing a lot better than I ever had before. And I think that's why even the months that I wasn't counting calories really strictly, like that's why I was able to maintain the weight off, because I feel like if I just went back to the way that I was eating like before I really started trying to lose weight, I would have gained everything back. So I'm proud of myself in that regard. I'm just frustrated because I just wish it would happen quicker, and I'm not like on a GLP-1 or like, you know, not taking Ozempic or anything like that. So it's just hard when you see everyone around you losing weight super quickly and like you want that to be you. But I know what I'm doing now is sustainable, and like it really is like a lifestyle type change where I know I can do what I'm doing now for the rest of my life. Like I'm not gonna feel like I'm restricted ever, and I'm not gonna feel like I'm gonna just like binge like on the weekends, you know, like, which I feel like now that I talk about it, it sounds like that's what I do on the weekends. I don't, you guys. I just don't restrict like the type of meals that I'm eating, and then some weekends me and Michael do end up eating out more than once on the weekend, and so it's hard. Losing weight is hard. I have to remember that, you know, I'm proud of where I've cut, how do you say that? I'm proud of where I am at now, and I'm proud of like what I've done. So I'm at 12 seconds. So I'll keep talking until it ends. But yeah, that's just like my thing right now. The thing that's on my mind that I'm kind of going through is just losing weight is really hard, and I wish it was easier, but it's not meant to be easy. So I honestly could talk about this for like 30 minutes with like no cuts or no edits, but I have to end it somewhere. And yeah, so I guess my takeaway with this is don't be hard on yourself. Weight loss is hard. Just keep pushing. And I don't know. It would be great if I had like notes written, but I didn't. I just kind of just went off the fly. But that's it. That's my tea in no. How am I gonna say it? I'm like brainstorming this with you guys now, but that's the tea in 10. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe, and I will love you forever. And if you have any ideas about what I could talk about, please let me know in the comments. If you made it this far, which probably like 2 people made it this far. It's probably Katie and Adiana. Anyways, oh, and Jermaine. So, okay, I'm gonna go. Love you guys. Bye!